a shape-shifting UFO. Look at that mass. Did you see that? That is wild, y'all. The US government just released the 4th batch of UFO files, which includes clear footage of a UFO mothership. And it doesn't look how you think. We're starting with a private citizen sighting from July 7th, 2026, where UPS Flight 62 from Louisville to Anchorage to Hong Kong actually captured these 3 strange orbs of light outside their window. This is absolutely fascinating, and I wanted to start with this because one of the UFO videos released by the US government today actually seems to add credence to this particular video, which in my opinion adds credence to the MH370 video and all the videos where we see orbs in Delta formation. I find it fascinating, and honestly, if I'm in the air on a plane, a little bit scary. Look at these things, and you actually get to see them move before they fly off screen, to which after the people on the plane said they never saw them after that. It was just that moment, it was for a while, and once they zoomed off screen, they didn't come back. And the reason it scares me is because that MH370 video is wild. Next, the insane UFO released by the government that seemingly splits into 3. We're going to see this orb being tracked by the government, and check as it opens up. Now we're seeing 3 different orbs of light before it closes back up. That is so strange. And it gets weirder. The government also released this wild clip of what they're calling a shape-shifting UFO. Look at that mass. Did you see that? That is wild. Did you see that? That massive craft coming up. Here it comes up again, right? It reaches the top. This thing is zooming by. It's huge. It reaches the top, shapeshifts into a thin craft and zips away, almost like it knew it got caught. Bro, what is that? We can't shapeshift and we can't turn at breakneck speeds like that because we would literally break our neck. That's why it's called that. Oh, and the mothership? Oh, take a look at this. The clearest UFO footage of a UFO mothership. This was captured by the US government and released today as part of the 4th batch of UFO files. This thing is huge and it's monstrous. They're calling it a mothership, and when we zoom in, you're going to see that this does not look like what we would think a mothership looks like. It's not a saucer. It's not an orb. It's a whatever that is. Look how many limbs that thing has, or tentacles. What is happening there? What is that? What were all those little things all over it? Is that what releases the orbs? How big is that? We don't have anything in the background to see to compare. What is that? Like, okay, government, I've been complaining, but that's pretty good. The next UFO sighting is absolutely wild, as it is a private citizen account, but it was confirmed by the US government and released by the US government today as part of the 4th batch of UFO files. And like I said, I feel like it adds credence to that first clip that we saw and many of the other orbs out there. Skywatch Signal over on Twitter gave the best summary. In October 2024, at approximately 1851 local time in the northeastern United States, an eyewitness observed a light source below the horizon, hovering above a pond at an estimated distance of 2,700 feet. The luminous object resembled a plasma-like sphere, intermittently changing shape and luminosity. And guys, if we're looking at the clip, I feel like it even brings up another little orb above it and under it. I don't know if y'all are seeing that. Let me know in the comments below, because, wild. At times, the primary light source appeared to separate into smaller luminous points. Yes, a luminous point below the primary source hovered just above the water and did not appear consistent with a surface reflection. The object remained generally stationary for approximately 45 minutes before disappearing. The eyewitness did not hear any sound from the objects. This video was captured by a private citizen on an iPhone and subsequently analyzed and authenticated by the US government. To protect the individual's privacy, the footage has been cropped. Apart from this privacy protective measure, no edits, no enhancements, no alterations have been made to the visual content in this clip. And y'all, I think it's fascinating. What I love about this clip is not just that the US government took this in, analyzed it, and confirmed it, but we're looking at a clip where the witness was so shocked that they stood there as long as they possibly could. This full clip is about 4 minutes and 26 seconds to be exact. Meaning they stood there, they saw this anomaly splitting into other little lights, shape-shifting, getting more luminous, less luminous, doing whatever it wants, and they were like, hell no, I am not missing this, hold all of my calls, we're recording whatever the hell this is. And I agree. And again, I believe this adds credence to those orbs we saw in the beginning of the video, because sometimes when we see orbs, some people are a little iffy on them. They want to see more than just lights in the skies. But if we're talking about plasma, intelligent plasma, and this is something that even you, the audience, have been mentioning in the comments. I've received emails about it, which I get a lot of emails, so I can't always be on top of all of them, but I do see them. And I do agree that there is the possibility of an intelligent plasma or even plasmoid beings. And this could be something, this could be one of those beings if it's dancing around and doing whatever the hell it's doing. What is it doing at the pond? What is it doing? What is its intention, right? We're seeing that these lights can obviously fly in delta formation. They can detach. They can separate, reattach to each other, merge into one. So they are acting intelligently. They are out doing things. We see them surrounding aircraft, like we just saw with the UPS plane. And I'm hoping that this is a different case and not as dark. But, you know, the MH370 flight, I'm sorry, I'm going on a whole, I'm just so blown away by the fact that we're getting a confirmed orb plasmoid UFO from the government. And we got a mothership. Like, that's absolutely wild. There's a lot going on in the world, so I know some of it might get overlooked, but it is important that we do take a moment and check this stuff out, because something like this is bigger than all of us. Something extraplanetary, that would be insane. And maybe can get some of us to lock in, because some of our governments are going a little crazy. But I do love this clip. I do love the orb. Something else I want to mention about this as we get towards the end of the clip is, if you notice, there's a lot of coloration, a lot of pinks and like vibrant blues that flash in. They're momentary, but they flash in there, and that's something that we've seen before in orbs and other UFOs submitted by actual private citizens and viewers. I've mentioned it in many videos, I've called it out, that we're seeing these colors that aren't naturally on any of our crafts, or we don't really produce naturally for them to be showing up like that on a flickering light. And I think it's fascinating and wild, and I'm so happy today that we just got this batch of UFOs. I know I just released a video, so second video, because the government actually came through for one thing the one time. I absolutely love it. And I want to hear your thoughts down in the comments below. What do you think about all these clips? What do you think about the orbs with the UPS ship versus this orb that we're seeing, plane, versus this orb that we're seeing here by the US government? And what did you think about that wild mothership? Like, we have to have a deep dive on that, because that is crazy. I hope you guys enjoyed and saw some cool new UFO videos with me, because I'm still freaking out. Smash like if you made it this far. I'll see you in the next one.